Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Garden and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you for this one. And Charles, the Ravens, they've done it again. Champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013, but had not won so much as a playoff game since then.
And remember, the franchise moved from Cleveland, but they started as a true fresh franchise. They didn't take the Browns with them. They became the Ravens. That was 1996. Won a Super Bowl over the Giants. Was that Super Bowl 35 in Tampa. They've won it twice overall, trying to win another one. And there's always a trademark when you think about the Ravens, right? The way they play defense, the way they run the football, how tough and hard-nosed they are as an organization, trying to do it one more time.
Meanwhile, looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise, as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Sproles. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Go, 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 run.
The quick feet by Jackson, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
You remember me? You remember me?
This time, Jackson will throw it. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action to Sproles. Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he connects with Ertz. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Throwing on first is Wentz. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. At the 49-yard line.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. Wentz now 6 of 10 of this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's get off the field.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Wentz now to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now it's Sproles. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Wentz defers to Clement. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Good job, offense. Good job.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted.
The conversion is no good.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Wentz going to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Wentz now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Watch tight, 81.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He's got the first down here inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Going to throw deep for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Wentz. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Stay with your man. Yeah, check it.
Wentz. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's a gain of 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
All day, every day, any day.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Finish strong. Yeah, let's go.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to get it 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Not costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, excellent job on that play. A big loss, 18 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Jackson, buying time to his left. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You get
Darren Sproles. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw is Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Check, check. Look. Trey 15. Trey 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Go.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 2 jet.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40.
Keep playing hard.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Space to maneuver at the 40. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. This will be caught by Brown. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in
is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game.